Hello and welcome back to Flight Sim World. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Last time out we were a little bit confused as to whether we were supposed to fly to Berry Head or just report when we were clear of Berry Head or what was going on. Plus we didn't have any frequency for Berry Head, so I decided to try and fly over it, which is just there. That's Berry Head there. So I thought maybe we have to fly towards it. It isn't what we're supposed to do. We're just supposed to report when clear of it, and then we're going to fly over to the Isle of Guernsey. So what I'm going to do, because it doesn't give us any information, I am actually going to tune it in ourselves, because I know the frequencies for it, because I got fed up and decided I'm going to find the frequencies for this. So 112.5 is Berry Head. There you go. There's Berry Head. So that gives us information on that, and we can find out exactly where it is. Currently it's there, so we should be passing it fairly soon. So I think if we go, is it going to be to west? Let's try 260, and then I'm going to tune in 109.4 is the next one I want to tune in. So 109.4. There we go. Fantastic. Right. So the reason I'm doing that is because I want to ensure that we've got the next one tuned in correctly. I genuinely don't know what this reporting point is, but we're going to tune in 109.4 anyway, and that is the Isle of Guernsey. Guernsey? Guernsey. Yes, it is Guernsey, I think. Anyway, let's switch on our head tracking again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the last video. My issue is I am a little bit worried about it failing with the whole ATC again, like it did in the last leg. But so far it seems to be okay. We're trying to keep our speed as fast as possible. We are at 6,500 feet. Let's actually put our vertical speed on and let's get a little bit of a descent going. There we go. Just descend back down to where we're supposed to be. Okay, I think we are clear of Berry Head now. I'm sure it said report. There we go.
Overhead Berry Head, routing direct Guernsey.
Golf Foxtrot Echo.
We aren't overhead Berry Head.
Details on to Guernsey. Squawk 7000 and contact Guernsey approach 128.65.
Squawk 7000, contacting Guernsey approach 128.65. Golf Foxtrot Echo. Thank you. So let's squawk 7000 first, so that they're ready to receive us on 7000. We'll then go to 128.65, which is that one.
Approach Golf Charlie Bravo Foxtrot Echo at Berry Head. Request basic service and zone transit.
Golf Charlie Bravo Foxtrot Echo, roger, I have your details. Squawk 5473, basic service.
Squawking 5473, basic service, Golf Foxtrot Echo. Oops, that's not right. No. 5473.
Basic service. Squawk 5473, Golf Foxtrot Echo.
Golf Foxtrot Echo, what route do you require for the zone transit?
Request zone transit via the overhead, leaving the zone to the southwest. Golf Foxtrot Echo.
So what that means is we're going to...
Echo, you're clear to transit the zone via the overhead, not below altitude 5000 and above altitude 8000.
Roger. Clear to transit the zone via the overhead, not below altitude 5000, not above altitude 8000. Golf Foxtrot Echo.
So what that basically means is that we are we are allowed to get above 5,000, or we have to be above 5,000 and below 8,000. Something that I explained in my series, the Ground Up Advanced Flight Tutorials. I know I keep plugging that, but that is the level of airspace that we're allowed to fly in. That's going to allow us to go overhead the island and then turn to the southwest. And then once we go to the southwest, that's going to be our next leg. So if we zoom out on this, I assume it's going to show us a southwest. There you go. There's a southwest turn. So that's what it wants us to do. But we are actually going to go overhead the island. Right, there we go. Keeping our speed up. And we're definitely within range anyway. So that's not an issue. As you can see, it's 19 degrees Celsius, so we do not need much in the way of anything, actually. I'm going to switch off the blower. Switch it off. We don't need an ice light. Yeah, let's switch on some aircon. And we don't really need windshield heat as well at this temperature. Oh, well, I suppose we've got to have one or the other. Fair enough. Let's leave it at that. So this is going to be the last leg, or the last part of this leg. And if you want to see more, make sure you leave it in the comments box now that you want to see more of the Spanish DLC. If not, I'm going to be trying out the career mode. Ooh, clouds. So I'm going to be in, after this video, this keeps looking behind, I'm going to be trying out the career mode after it. Why is my aircraft sideways? I am baffled. I'm going to switch off my landing lights as well. I know this should be on under 10,000, but I mean, it's daytime. Everyone can see. Yes, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do either. Oh boy. That is no. Anyone want to donate to Patreon to help me get a working head tracking? See, this is the problem. It'll just constantly do this. Some days it'll work absolutely fine. Other days it'll be like, nope, I'm not going to do anything you want me to do. There we go. No, wait, that's nav lights. Nav lights off. No, nav lights on. There you go. That's what I wanted. Eventually I'd get it. Right. Continuing on. Hopefully. So 119.4 is what we've tuned in. And that is, as you can see on the VOR just down there. There you go. You've got the radio. Tells you how far we are away from it as well. So we're just going to calmly move along. Let's see what other views we have. We've got the forward view. It's always decent. Actually, that's a nice view to just sit there and watch what's going on. No other aircraft in sight. That's the disappointing part. There's the instrument panel. You can get a good look now at the Garmin GNS. Is it 430 or whatever it is? No, that's the 430, isn't it?
Sure
Is
is
it
a
the
nice day to
530?
fly today. Hardly any winds, great visibility, nice fluffy clouds, just great.
I suppose that's there to stop you from getting too bored. But yeah, you can see we are 46 nautical miles away and on a radial of 341. Now we are in nav mode, so actually I am not flying this aircraft. I'm not flying the aircraft on heading hold, so I could change this around, and as you can see, the aircraft will basically ignore me, which is fine. Right. Let's clear these messages because they're annoying me. There we go, that one's cleared and that one's cleared. It's just warning us of airspace that we need to be going through, and it's going to warn me again. I know we're inside airspace. We've been cleared inside this airspace. There you go. No, shush. There you go. Is it going to start warning me again in a few seconds? Yes, it is. Stupid thing. Right, so you can see there that we've got the direction we're flying is 170. That's our heading. Our ETA So our ETA to the next waypoint is 14 minutes. Distance there to the waypoint again. That's our track, 161. So our heading is 170 and our track is 161. That doesn't sound like no winds to me. And it is clearly, the aircraft is clearly tilted one way. Why? Why is it tilted like that? Let me just see if I can straighten it out. Is that straightened out? A little bit. It's still tilted. Slightly straighter. It may be... I didn't put any rudder correction into it, so I'm not sure. So obviously the rudder seemed to be kicking one part of it out, and it's just... It was kicking it slightly to the left, so it was having to compensate by pushing the wings, banking the wings slightly to the right. That seems to be better. What I should have done is I should have started a timer on this, because that's what you're supposed to do. These buttons don't work. I'm not going to even touch that button. What is it anyway? Reset the accelerometer. Okay, that's fine. It's just telling us what G's we're pulling, which is fascinating. These are still ridiculously low quality. I have said this over and over and over again. I don't know why it's not being improved. Look, everything else on this is pretty readable. It's fairly good quality. Those two buttons are really bad. Come on. That's just... That should have been fixed updates ago. Everything else, look at this. I can read that, I can read that, I can read that, I can read all of that. I can even read what's down there.
Control zone now.
Golf Foxtrot Echo, report overhead the field.
We'll report overhead the field. Golf Foxtrot Echo. Okay, so we're now in the control zone, which is 35. So we've got 35 miles to go. We're still going to be in the control zone. Let's move over to something else. Here's the avionics panel. It's a nice view, isn't it? That's the overhead panel, which they have improved this. At one point, the writing on this was really poor. So at least they have improved that. But, yeah, it's just those two. And then we've got the... What was this one? I have no idea. Probably the center console. Let's really ease off the RPM. I don't want this engine to be pushed too hard. And we can certainly keep this speed without having to worry about it. There we go. Probably that will probably do nicely. What's this? Cabin pressure. Y for 28,497 feet. Well, that's not where we are. So why is that like that? I don't know. The flaps, yeah, that's fine. That's our... What's that for? That's our power. Why is that not in the green? Should that not be in the green on the ammeter? Giving us 12 amps, not 9. Or should it be giving us 15? I'm not sure. I am not sure about that. Anyway, back to the pilot. There's the island ahead of us. Is that a ship down there? Quite possibly. Okay, well, still having a decent day. This is probably going to be a longer video than I thought. The thing is, what they say, the time, how long it's going to take to do something, it doesn't take that long. It takes longer. It really does take longer. A lot longer. But there we go. That is a ship down there. Fantastic. So we're just going to relax, enjoy the flight. There isn't really much to do now. We've got the autopilot on. I've got the throttles. It's not maxed out. As you can see, the power is 74%. I'm happy with that. It's 19 degrees outside. The what else have we got here? We're doing 2000 RPM, which is fine. Is that the angle? 25.5? Is that the angle? I can't remember. And then everything of ours is pretty much showing in the green. We're at 6,540 feet. I'd rather be a little bit lower, but we do have permission to climb up to 8,000. I'm not going to bother. The clouds are okay. Again, it's just the fluffy wisps.
A white cruise ship with a blue hull. Pretty sure that's one of the Irish ferries. If it is, then that ship just left out of Cherbourg and is heading home to Dublin. It'll take them about 21 hours to get to Dublin.
21 hours to get to Dublin. That's quite a long journey. You see, now if you went in a plane, that wouldn't be a long journey, would it? It'd be quite easy to get round. It's not really an Irish accent. It's more of a Welsh accent that I'm doing now. Huh. This is what happens when you don't actually listen too much to accents. And because of Euro Truck Simulator, I was trying out the Welsh accent at one point, and I'm still trying to perfect that one. What you really should do, if you're trying to do an accent, try and perfect one at a time. Don't try and perfect multiple. Don't try and, for example, don't try and do Scottish, Irish, and Welsh at the same time. It's just not going to work. Yeah, definitely got a blue hull. Whoa, definitely got a blue hull. And then don't try and do something like Australian. And even with Scottish accents, there's like, I think there's 3 distinct types of Scottish accent. You've got the Highlands, which is, you know, Aberdeen, Inverness, that sort of, the accent up there, which is quite thick. And it's very strong. It's a very strong accent. I used to have a lecturer who then became my boss at university. He was from quite far up north, and he had a very thick accent. Very, very thick. It was extremely thick. Sometimes it was hard to understand what he was saying. But then you've got sort of Edinburgh and that side. That's a much more. It's a much pleasanter accent. It's far more pleasant to listen to, and it sounds a lot softer. It sounds a lot, just generally a lot nicer. Then you've got the Glaswegian accent. Now the Glaswegian accent is very rough.
It's the island in front of me.
Yes, we've been seeing this for ages. Guernsey is right ahead of us, and the Glaswegian accent's a lot more rough and ready. It's a much more sort of, I suppose the Glaswegian accent would be, Glaswegian to Scottish accents is what Cockney is to English accents. It's the rougher of the accents. It's the more working class accent, maybe. Well, I suppose. Whoa, here we go again. Here we go again. Here comes the bugs. I'm going to switch this off because this is just not doing anything. Look at all these bugs are very, very silly in Flight Sim World. And as you can see, you lose control of the altitude of the aircraft very quickly. I'm actually going to slow down a little bit now. And this has got nothing to do with thermals. You know, this is just, I don't know what causes this. A thermal shouldn't be shoving you around in this fashion. Not at all. Now we are going to be reducing in height again. As you can see, I brought the power down below 2000 RPM because the throttle's come down to 62%. There we go, we're clearer of that very strange area of thermal activity. I mean, if you want to know Scottish accents, if you watch Doctor Who, a few of the doctors have Scottish accents in there, particularly Peter Capaldi. That's a Glaswegian accent. Peter Capaldi. But I think David Tennant, does he do a Scottish accent? I think he does. I mean, he's from that part of Scotland, and his is a much more... It's sort of more Edinburgh style. Amy Pond, that's a very strong Scottish accent. Obviously, the current Doctor, the new Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, that's a northern accent. Yorkshire. I believe it's Yorkshire. So that's going to be funny. That's going to be an interesting one to listen to. And then I think, was it... did Paul McGann do... What accent was Paul McGann? I can't remember what accent he did. Christopher Eccleston did... Was it a London accent he did? Generic London accent. Tom Baker did a very, very, very nice English accent. Obviously, William Hartnell had the received pronunciation accent, the super posh sort of accent. But yeah, you could listen to the Doctors and you'll get an idea of the various different accents. I'm just trying to imagine a Doctor from the West Country. How would he sound? Hello there. Hello there, I'm the Doctor. I'm the Doctor and I'm not quite 1,000 years old. I am not 1,000 years old yet. But I am going to get there soon. Fairly soon I'm going to get there. Yeah, something like that. That's not a brilliant West Country accent. That's sort of the Bristol area again. Right. We're going to be overhead the area of the island of Guernsey very soon. And then we're going to have to turn... We're going to turn right. We're going to turn right and we're going to head out... After turning right, we're going to head out towards... Ouessant. Ouessant, yes, Ouessant. That's it. Yeah, that's not West Country enough. West Country is Hagrid. Hagrid from Harry Potter. Should have told you that. Should have told you that. That's that sort of accent. You're a wizard, Harry. The one accent I really, really can't do has got to be Birmingham, Brum. I don't like the accent, and I can't do it well at all. It's very nasal, and it's a strange accent. I'm from Birmingham. Let's go into heading hold mode now. Right, we're now in heading hold mode because we are going to be going away from this. So we're going to turn pretty soon. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to do the turn. Zoom in. Let's wait until we are a mile away, and I'm going to do the turn. No, let's turn now.
Golf Foxtrot Echo is overhead the field.
Golf Foxtrot Echo, Roger. Report leaving the zone to the southwest.
We'll report leaving the zone to the southwest. Golf Foxtrot Echo.
Golf Foxtrot Echo.
So now we're just going to head to the southwest. That's a nice view, isn't it?
Alright, from now on it's pretty much just a straight flight for another 50-ish minutes. Glad the weather so far has been holding up though.
50-ish minutes? You told me it was a 50-minute flight to start with. What?
Golf Foxtrot Echo, 5 miles to run to Ouessant, switching to Ouessant traffic 122.8. Ouessant traffic. Golf Foxtrot Echo, Piper PA46.
What's-
inbound from the east. Hold
What's
on
happening?
Right downwind for runway 05 to land.
What's happening? What's happening?
Waste
I am
traffic. Golf Foxtrot Echo, final runway 05 to land.
Huh? You didn't let me... Huh? Okay. Well, apparently, once you go over Guernsey and turn over, it just takes you over to... I was kind of looking forward to landing on Ouessant. I was really looking forward to landing on Ouessant. What happened? Oh, well, I suppose that's the end of the video. Rather abruptly, but there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Flight Sim World. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Some of you have probably already done this and were waiting for my reaction to see when it goes all over the place, but there you go. Do support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. I would massively appreciate your support. It's probably going to go to head tracking software. Some of that support will go to head tracking software, new equalizer or mixer to ensure that we get better quality audio, so on and so forth. And of course, if you do give more than $5 a month, you will get access to the Patreon section of the Discord server, as well as the Flight Sim tutorial section. But whatever you give, you will have access to the Discord lounge. So there you go, some little bit of an incentive for you, and you'll be able to help out and see things early and help shape the channel and shape everything we're going to do. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next time in Flight Sim World.